Hey folks, how y'all doing today? Y'all see the title? Let's go ahead and get this thing rolling. Now, allow me to say that before we get to the title of the story in the title, as you see, and you see the date, it's 2 days old. Georgia considers possibility of getting in the war with Russia. Okay, now before we get to that, I remember when this guy here done a live stream on this, and you see the date. It was the 12th of March, but look at the title of it. I saved this Ukraine news bit from September 21. Let's play it. And you can see the live chat and Miss Naya giving me trouble. What's up, Bun, Mojo, Greg, Deep, Chef, Conspiracy, Battle. It was quite a few people there. Nicole Marie, Toledo Bunny, Carrie, of course, Carrie. And I made mention of this here. So, Pete, you always do. Yep, you're right. When you're ahead of the curve, hey, if you got it, you can flaunt it. But I spoke on this then because I sat on that story and I said something to the effect, he looks very familiar. I think that's me. I think that depending on how the war goes, look like it's going, Georgia is going to go by default to either side because Georgia doesn't have the mineral resources that the Ukraine, Estonia, and Russia has. Estonia is rich. Estonia got They got a lot of money. They got a lot of stuff. So does the Ukraine. Ukraine feeds the majority of Europe. Well, not the majority. Ukraine, with their grain crops and produce, they feed a large swath of Europe. Okay. And Georgia, because I also done in this very same live stream about Georgia when they were a breakaway republic and how that went, and they're depending on staying away from Russia. So here's the deal. Now, well, we'll go back to the story, and let's go back to the main story, and the filler should become evident. Okay, matter of fact, let me get myself out of the way. Okay, now back to the original story. I said, and this is from Russia Main News. It's RU-main, MAIN, common spelling, .ru. That's the website, ru-main.ru. That's Russia Main News, or you can go to ru-main.com. Take your pick. The stories it's the same place, but the ru-main.com seem to be more for the global consumption, and ru-main tends to seem to be a little bit more for Eastern European consumption, but it's up to you. Now, let's get on with this here. You see what it says? Georgia considers the possibility to get into war with Russia. But Nick, that don't make no sense. They gonna get killed. They can't stand up to them. They have no way of this is true. I mean, there's gonna be some. mean, you got a lot of that going on. I mean, but hey, with conquest, sacrifice and conquest goes hand in hand. Okay. Now, this is the deal. When Georgia broke away, of course, Russia didn't like that. So they were depending on other nations, such as the Ukraine, for sustenance. Okay. Yeah, I mean, Russia didn't go full, but they pretty much, for all intent and purposes, you may as well say they cut them off. So now the war is waging, right? And raging. So Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, which they can take care of themselves for the most part. And plus they're rather wealthy countries. But Georgia is a whole different animal. And plus you have to look at where it is geographically on the map. I've covered that, and we've done that in 4 or 5 videos here. They're still up, so they're not hard to find. So I'm not gonna go through all that again to make this an hour-long video. Think of it like this. You used to be with person A, but you left person A to go by yourself. But even though you're by yourself, you're depending on person B for support, if you will, for lack of better words. Person A and person B gets into a fight, bloodying each other up pretty good. Person B look like they starting to lose. And you like, oh crap. If person B lose, because that's where I'm getting all my stuff from, to take care of my peeps, my folks. If person B lose, that means I'm gonna have to go back to person A, the same person that I done the breakaway republic thing about. Oh crap. So what do? Do you stand by and hope person B defeats person A? Or if you're, because you're right there, you'll forget what the press say. You ain't on the outside looking in, you on the inside looking in. So do you help join in and join forces with person B to try to defeat person A? Because if you don't and person A wins, it defeats person B, by default, you're also defeated. Because to the victors goes the spoils of war. I win, I get this. I lose this. I hope that makes sense. But anyway, let's go. It's a relatively short story. Don't even ask me how to pronounce that. Kobakhides was commenting on statements made by Ukrainian officials in recent months. They called on Tbilisi to join the fight against Russia. We can hold a referendum, a plebiscite, on whether people want to open a second front against Russia in Georgia or not, he said, according to the Georgian News Channel 1. He said Georgians should make a decision themselves on whether they agree with officials in Kiev or their own government, which oppose such a move. If people want it, we can discuss it together, the politician said. Like I say, it's a relatively short story, but Georgia is considering getting into the fray against Russia. Because if Russia defeats the Ukraine, Georgia is screwed. They're screwed. I'll leave the rest out because I don't want to overplay my hand. And the divided allegiance is apropos. Okay? Y'all be good, be safe, mess with your boy. You got peep game. Hey, look, you got to peep the global game, the global strategy. It's a lot of smart cookies out here and over here too. Sometimes you got to put that plebe, thought process, because I got to make myself do it sometimes as well. I got to put that plebe thinking away and start and think like a patrician. Because see, here's the thing. Yeah, patricians can be stuff, but they're responsible for large swaths of land and people, where a plebe is only responsible for him or herself, or what's inside their direct domicile, and that's it. You got to think outside of your front door sometime, because if everything burned down around you, do you really have a home? Y'all be good and be safe. Bye.